Wike losing ground with Tinubu, plans Rivers State Assembly's surprise defection to APC Friday. Fresh political intrigues are unfolding in Rivers State as the Minister of the Federal Capital Territory, Sam Wike, is losing ground with President Bola Tinubu amidst mounting pressure from both domestic and international stakeholders. Sources close to the presidency indicate that Tinubu's inner circle has grown increasingly wary of Wike, who has faced a string of controversies since joining the federal cabinet. While Tinubu belongs to the ruling All Progressive Congress (APC), Wike remains a member of the opposition People's Democratic Party (PDP), which is currently divided by internal factional disputes, courtesy of the same Wike. Some reporters learned that despite Wike's effort to shore up his standing, including directing loyal members of the Rivers State House of Assembly to pass a vote of confidence in the president, insider says the move failed to impress Tinubu. Wike is desperate to impress Tinubu. Meanwhile, the president's political gladiators told him to ditch the minister, who is enmeshed in various scandals, one of the sources said. It will be recalled that the Rivers State House of Assembly on Wednesday passed a vote of confidence in President Tinubu, commending his leadership and urging him to seek a second term in office. They are not okay. The resolution adopted during the House 37 legislative sitting followed a motion sponsored by Majority Leader Honorable Major Jack and 25 other members. The lawmakers praised Tinubu's appointment of Rivers indigenes into the key federal positions and cited federal projects in the state, including the East-West Road and the Bonny-Bodo Road. That Bonny-Bodo Road, I really hope that they will finish it on time. Speaker Martins Amorole described Tinubu as a compassionate leader whose policies have increased funds available to states and local governments, enabling them to meet obligations such as salary payments. The lawmakers also noted that despite belonging to the APC, Tinubu had not discriminated against members of the PDP. The Assembly resolved to support the President and mobilize constituents for his administration's renewed hope agenda. However, sources also said the President is believed to be under pressure from the United States government as well as Christian and Muslim leaders, many of whom have voiced strong opposition to Wike's continued influence. Wike reportedly asked the Rivers State Assembly members loyal to him to pass a vote of confidence in Tinubu, which they did, but failures from the presidency suggest that the president is not impressed and he faces pressure from the US and Christian and Muslim leaders who also can't stand the minister, one of the sources said. In a bid to reassert his relevance, Wike had reportedly struck a deal with the Rivers Assembly to formally defect to the APC on Friday. Today, okay now, we are waiting for him to defect if plans go ahead as scheduled. However, political observers note that Tinubu's recent declaration of a state of emergency in Rivers State has shifted momentum in favor of Governor Siminalayi Fubara. The governor, who has resisted overtures to join the APC, is said to enjoy solid grassroots support, leaving Wike increasingly isolated. Tinubu realized that after the state of emergency action he took in Rivers State, the people of the state are with Governor Sim Fubara and not Wike, and Fubara too is so solid he has refused to decamp to the APC, a source said. He has even been quiet, I'm not even hearing anything about him. On March 18, 2025, Tinubu declared the state of emergency in Rivers State, following a political crisis between lawmakers aligned with Wike and Governor Fubara. The declaration removes Governor Fubara, Deputy Governor Professor Ngozi Ojo, and members of the House of Assembly from office, while Vice Admiral Ibok Ete-Ibas, retired, was appointed sole administrator. 6 months later, on September 18, 2025, the emergency rule was lifted, enabling the governor and the legislature to return to their positions. Controversies involving Wike as FCT Minister. Since his appointment as FCT Minister, Wike has faced a series of allegations ranging from land racketeering to abuse of office and autocratic leadership. Public figures and elected officials have criticized his approach to governance in Abuja, prompting calls for disciplinary actions and raising questions about due process in the administration of FCT affairs. For instance, Wike has been at the center of a land racketeering scandals with reports of irregular land allocations in Abuja and plots being distributed to family members, allies and associates rather than through transparent lawful processes. Former APC Deputy National Publicity Secretary Timi Frank publicly urged President Tinubu to suspend Wike, citing alleged land grabbing, corruption and misuse of authority, and questioned the silence of anti-corruption institutions and the National Assembly. FCC Senator Yeti Kingibe also criticized Wike's leadership as autocratic and accused him of running the capital with impunity, alleging consistent violations of constitutional procedures and disregard for legal frameworks in decision-making. Also, reports in August 2025 revealed that Wike secretly acquired a $2 million mansion in Winter Springs, Florida, registering under the names of his wife, Justice Eberechi Wike, who is a serving judge in Nigeria, and their children, namely Joaquin, Jasmine, and Jordan. This raised questions about the source of funds and concerns over his wife's dual affiliations. He has so many reports against him, and yet that man, he will never sit down jejely. It is well. As Bamako says, he's not defecting, he's an outside layer already, looking for where to lay eggs. As Francis says, they are just playing hide and seek games with their papa, no be us. Ojorame says, Law, defecting again. I thought he's already an APC member. He's there, but he has not defected officially, so probably he wants to defect officially. Now, I don't know. We'll watch out. Mohammed says, Wike, you say you will control two parties at the same time. Don't mind him. Very greedy human being. Tedo says at least you can now leave PDP with a certificate. Which certificate? Steve Alvin says, original Polo don't turn 30k. Okay. Patrick says, they won't defect twice. Kolale says, defecting twice, record breaker. No be small thing. Chika says, the face off with the army officer is a symbolic end of his reign of terror in the game. If Elias says, who defection help? The same person changing another clothes. Don't mind him. Emmanuel says, everybody can defect to APC. In 2027, we only have one candidate, and his name is Obi. Okay, Anselm says, are they still defected to a party they've already defected to? I wonder. As Christian says, he should be man enough to leave PDP and join the cancer party. Abi? Cesar Joseph K. Kana says, can politicians defect along with voters? I don't know. Ishak says, the beat he escaped at home, he don't collect them from Hausa boy. Chuke Buka says his nemesis is still preparing. Yes, so it is definitely still preparing. And listeners, don't forget to like, to share, subscribe. Thank you for listening. See you some other time. Bye.